ESPN presents the Ultimate Sports Trivia Challenge, Designated Hitter. And here's your all-star host, the commissioner himself, Kurt Chaplin.
Welcome. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the show. Hey, what Major League Baseball team retired the most numbers? Or name the quarterback who has completed the most consecutive passes? And what is the only major title Jimmy Connors has never won? Do you know? Well, we have three very competitive players here with us. They're going to try to come up with these answers as we play every fan's favorite game, Designated Hitter. But first, back to Rick Stern. Exercise those adenoids with today's starting lineups.
Thank you, Kurt. Player number one's favorite team just paid $84 million for Larry Johnson. The question is, does he have season tickets for the Charlotte Hornets? Here's Robert Tamayo. Look out for player number two. He once heckled Tommy Lasorda right back into the dugout. From Fort Lewis, Washington, meet Sidney Baker. Kurt, you think you love baseball? Player number three went to 5 games in 5 days at 5 different Major League stadiums. From Fresno, California, say hello to Anthony Sondergaard.
Hello, gentlemen. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Now here are the rules for Designated Hitter. Take a look at the scoreboard and see our sports categories are baseball, football, basketball, and finally our old anything goes category of curveball. Now, each player will have the opportunity to select 5 questions. They are singles for $25, doubles for $50, triples at $75, and the big flies, the home runs, are worth $100. The first player to buzz in with the correct answer will add the value of the question to his score. In addition, each of you may select one pinch hit question for an undisclosed amount. That question will not be available to your opponents, so use it wisely. And as this is an elimination game, only 2 players will go on to round 2, and only one of you will advance to the Grand Slam bonus at the end of the show. All right, remember, players, if you fail to answer a question or if you answer incorrectly, we'll put an out on your scoreboard. 3 outs cost you $100. That's it. Those are the preliminaries. The official rules are out of the way. We're ready to get down and dirty. You ready?
Ready.
Yeah. All right, good luck to all of you. Robert, kick it off by stepping in the batter's box and taking a swing.
Okay, Kurt, let's try a single under basketball.
Basketball single question. Good luck to all of you. Hands on buzzers. His nickname begins to make sense when you realize his father worked as an undertaker. Yes,
Digger
Sydney?
Phelps.
Yes, that's right. Digger Phelps is right. Former Notre Dame head coach. He was dying to get into the business. Hey, Sydney. Sydney, step up. Take a swing.
Okay. Baseball for a single.
Okay, here's a baseball single question for you, players. Which Major League team leads the league in most retired uniform numbers? Anthony.
New York Yankees.
Yes, Anthony, you did it. You know how many, just for the heck of it? You know how many?
Maybe 11.
About 12 is more like it. But you got the money, you got the single, and you're in the batter's box.
Let's do baseball for a double.
Okay, a baseball double question. Here it is. What is the name of the Simon and Garfunkel song that commemorates... Yes, Sydney?
Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, okay. A little delay, but the right answer. That's a double for you. You're up to $75. Right. It commemorates the loss of players like Jolt and Joe DiMaggio. Okay, back to you, Robert, your second trip to the batter's box.
Okay, let's try a double basketball.
Okay, a double in basketball. And it's our first designated hitter flashback of the game. Watch the monitors. The 1979 NCAA championship game was known as the Larry and Magic Show. But what other Michigan State star known as Special K was on the receiving end of Magic's passes? Now, Anthony.
Greg Kelser.
That's his name, all right. Good job. Okay, that double takes you up to 75. Ironically, by the way, Kelser wore number 32 at Michigan State. Absolutely. Magic wore 33 in college. That's right. Okay, Sydney, you're back in the batter's box. You ready?
Ooh, football for a single.
Single question in football. Lou Holtz once said about this receiver, quote, I knew he was fast, but I never knew how fast until I saw him playing tennis by himself. Yes, Robert.
Rocket Ismail?
That's it. Good job. You got it. Okay, so you're all on the scoreboard right now. We have Anthony and Sydney tied for the lead with 75. Robert just got on there with 25. Anthony, back in the batter's box. Take another swing.
Let's go football for a double.
Okay, a double question in football. Here it is, players, hands on buzzers. The NFL record for most consecutive passes completed is 22. Anthony.
Joe Montana.
That's the name I was looking for, all right. That's a double question. He said it over a 2-game period in 1987. Good job. Okay, Robert, you're next in the batter's box. You ready to take a cut?
Yeah, let's try a curveball for a double.
Okay, first time in the curveball category. And the double question is a tennis question. All righty. Jimmy Connors has won over 100 titles in his illustrious career. Name the only major tennis championship that has eluded him. Anthony?
Wimbledon.
No, it's not Wimbledon. That's your first out. Sydney or Robert, any tennis players here? Robert?
I'm going to try the French Open.
You just tried the right Open. That's it. Good job. Is that a complete guess, Robert, or what?
Complete guess.
All right, and a good one it was. All right, Sydney, maybe you can get lucky. Take a cut.
Baseball pinch hit.
Okay, your pinch hit in baseball is just for you, Sydney. Robert and Anthony, nothing you can do here except listen. Sydney, we wish you good luck. Your baseball pinch hit's worth $75. This team is the oldest in baseball. And for this, the league allows them to play every season opener at home. You're smiling already. Name this National League team.
Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Who are you looking at over there? You getting hints from Anthony?
Mr. Redleg over here.
All right. Okay, Anthony, you're up.
Keep going. Baseball for a triple.
Okay, a triple question in baseball, and here it is. A batter hits a line drive that appears to be going into the gap, but suddenly the fielder removes his glove, throws it at the ball, actually hitting it and stopping the ball's progress. Now, the rule book says it's a ground rule what, Anthony? No, that's not what it is. Sydney or Robert? Oh, we ball players know this one. You can't throw your glove at it. No? Now you know what it is, right, Anthony?
Triple.
Yeah. Triple is what it is. A ground rule triple. All right, we got a dog fight going. Right now, we're going to go to a break. We'll check the scores. It's Sydney, our leader, with 150. Anthony, you have 2 outs with 125 in second place. Robert lurking in the weeds with 75. And when we come back, we'll find out which of our hitters will make it to the batter's box for round 2, so stay with us.
You're getting very greedy. You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag up 1,000,000,000 coins. Buying me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy.
With Minwax polyurethane, you can do more than admire your wood. You can live with it, too, because Minwax contains pure urethane oil to protect wood while giving it beauty you can really live with. Minwax keeps wood beautiful.
He controls with fear. He rules by brute force. And he wins any way he can.
Team USA is going down.
In the World Championship, he's the coach no one dares to cross. No one.
Are you ready to fly?
Except the Mighty Ducks. Emilio Estevez. P2, the Mighty Ducks are back. Rated PG. Starts Friday, March 25th.
Welcome back to Designated Hitter. How about we take a moment to get some stats on our players like Robert Tamayo. Welcome to the show, Robert. A Charlotte Hornet fan, eh?
You bet.
Baseball ambassadors program in Europe. Tell me about that.
Out of high school, I was fortunate enough to go sponsored by a junior Olympic baseball program that sends local athletes to Europe for 3.5 weeks. It was fantastic.
Wow, what an experience. That's great. And Sydney Baker, what does a professional heckler sound like?
A professional heckler sounds like the loud guy that you always hear, but you never see.
Do it.
Hey, Lasorda, what do you think you're doing? Don Baylor, Manager of the Year. Remember that.
Oh, wow. Wow, does this ever happen on the Pat Sajak show? I don't know. Anthony Sondergaard right next to you. That was a good job, Sydney, by the way. Tell me about the 5 stadiums in 5 days.
Just thought I'd do something special for my 21st birthday, so I decided to go up north to Frisco and Oakland to see the A's and Giants, and then drove down south to see the Padres, Angels, and Dodgers.
That's 5, all right. Good job. Well, welcome to the show, all of you. 2 of you are going to move on to round 2 right now. Sydney has 150. He's our leader. Anthony with 125 has those 2 outs, and it's Robert with 75. Now, who's used their pinch hit? Sydney has. Robert and Anthony have 1 left. Okay, here we go. Let's get the final rotation underway. Robert, pick a hit. Get us going.
Let's try single under curveball.
The curveball question. The single is in golf. Historians believe the birthplace of modern golf dates back to the early 1500s on the old course at St. Andrews. And what country would you find it, Anthony?
Scotland.
That's right. That's a single for you. Another $25. And we're over to Sydney. Sydney, take a cut.
Baseball homer.
Home run question in baseball. Worth $100 to the first person to give me the correct answer. What Dodger pitcher is the only player to win Rookie of the Year, the Cy Young, and the MVP award? Sydney.
Fernando.
No. In his career, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and the MVP award. You want to try it, Anthony or Robert? From them bums. Don Newcomb was the answer. All right, that's only your first out, Sydney. Anthony, we're up to you.
Let's go basketball for a pinch hit.
Okay, your pinch hit question in basketball is your solo question. It's for you and you only, and it's worth $100, Anthony. Good luck to you. In 1983, these two teams combined to score 370 points in triple overtime, the highest score ever recorded in any NBA game. Now, one team was the Bad Boys from Detroit. Name the other team with the high-altitude defense.
Denver Nuggets.
Yep, that's the name, all right. That's a home run. That's worth $100 and puts you in first place. The final score of that game, by the way, 186 to 184. Unbelievable. Robert, back to you. Take a swing.
Well, I'm a little behind. I might have to try a pinch hit in football, I guess.
Robert, yours is in football worth $100. Good luck to you. Here's one you might not want to put on your resume. Joe Kuharich is the only man to compile a losing record while coaching at what university?
Minnesota.
No. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. He was 17 and 23 between 1959 and 62. Okay, that's your first out, Robert. And we're over to Sydney. You ready to take a cut? At what?
Basketball triple.
Basketball triple question goes like this. Ernie DiGregorio and Marvin Bad News Barnes were college teammates. Yes, Anthony?
University of Tennessee.
No, I'll finish the question for Sydney or Robert. That was your third out. They were college teammates and led their school to the 1973 Final Four. Name the Big East school. Robert or Sydney? Ernie D and Bad News. Sydney?
Connecticut.
No, that's your second out. Robert, you can take a swing if you want to. Nope. Providence. The 1973 semifinals. Providence is what we were looking for. Sydney, you now have 150 and 2 outs. Anthony, 150, tied for the lead, no outs. Robert with 75 and 1 out. Anthony, you're in the batter's box.
Let's go football for a triple.
Here's your triple question in football, players. What current NFL head coach won 2 consecutive USFL championships? Anthony?
Jim Mora.
Jim Mora, the Philadelphia Stars in those days. You are right. All right, that was a big answer. You are our leader. And we're back to Robert. This is your last trip to the batter's box. In round 1, Robert, pick carefully.
Let's go with the home run under basketball.
The basketball home run question, an Uncle Zeke question. Good luck. The look of fear comes over their eyes. Over an 11-year period while playing for Buffalo, San Diego, Cleveland, and New York, he set the NBA record for the most consecutive games played. Can you name him, Anthony?
Randy Smith.
Randy Smith is right. Sydney, you're back in the batter's box. You're in second place right now.
Curveball triple.
Curveball triple question, an important one in the game. What legendary sports writer for the New York Times won a Pulitzer Prize for his sports writing in 1976? Go ahead, Anthony.
Dave Anderson.
No. Sydney or Robert? Anybody want to take a shot at it? Walter, better known as Red Smith. Okay. We're coming right down the wire, Anthony. This is the last question of round 1. Pick carefully.
Curveball for a home run.
Home run question. A lot can happen here. It's in hockey. Name the only NHL player who has ever recorded 10 points in one game. Anthony.
Darryl Sittler.
Darryl Sittler is right. And congratulations, that wraps up round 1. Anthony with 425. Sydney with 150. You're going on to round 2.
Right on.
Nice going. Well, we say goodbye to our pal Robert. You played a good game, and you really held up this end very nicely. We needed a third player. You'll go away with some nice prizes, Robert, okay? But when we come back, Sydney and Anthony are going to battle it out for a right to play in our Grand Slam bonus. And who's it going to be? We'll find out.
The
past, present, and future collide as an army of the world's meanest street fighters and martial artists gather at the Hollywood Palladium. You are the first outsiders allowed to join the bikers of the Future Fights membership and witness the most deranged, insane, monstrous fights of the century. Celebrate the ultra-sexy Easy Riders Leather Girl. And then you choose the champion by calling the toll-free victory line. The future is now! Future Fight!
If you can't use force to stop a friend from drinking and driving,
Hop in.
use your wits.
This is your car.
Yeah.
My brother had the same car. He never let me drive it, though.
No?
So you must have had me in mind when you bought this. Wait till he hears you've got the same one, and you let me drive it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Take the keys, call a cab, take a stand. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Lou, I'm in trouble. I need a good catcher and a 300 hitter.
Tom, where's the merger contract? The deal can wait. I need a starter.
Rotisserie players are desperate for that information edge. I'm Keith Olbermann. Find out who the experts pick as this year's top values. Before you draft, it's Baseball Tonight's great rotisserie pay-per-view special.
Don't tell me Bill needs home runs. I say he needs stolen bases.
Rotisserie players, call your cable company now to order this great pay-per-view event.
You're getting very greedy. You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag a bazillion coins. Buy me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. And during the break, our two hitters have selected the sports of their choice for round two. Right here, Sidney says he's going to win it with
baseball.
And Anthony says he's going to do it with football. Anthony's a big boy. I wouldn't argue with him. Now, gentlemen, in your sports in this round, you'll have 4 questions to answer. Now, if your opponent fails to answer a question or answers incorrectly, that's an opening for you to either pass or play, all right? We brought your money forward. Here's our leader, Anthony, with $425, but Sidney's right there with $150. A lot can happen in this round. The hitter with the most money at the end of this round will advance to play for the Grand Slam bonus. Alrighty, let's find out who it's gonna be. All right, Sidney, you're in second place, so you've got the option, you've got the rights to start us off. Pick a hit.
Single.
Okay, a baseball single for you to start off round two. Good luck to you, Sidney. In baseball, only 3 players have hit 600 or more Major League home runs. Only 3. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, and
Willie Mays.
That's right. There's a single for you, and that's how you do it. Okay, that's a good start to round two for you. Let's see how Anthony starts it off.
Start off with single.
Okay, here's your football single, Anthony, and good luck to you as well. The NFL's Seattle Seahawks retired what number in honor of their fantastic fans?
Number 1.
No.
You're out.
Pass or play, Sidney?
Play.
Okay.
12.
12, that's right. The 12th man. Okay, so Sidney creeps a little bit closer, 425 to 200 right now. Sidney, you're back up.
Double.
Here's your double question in baseball. What stadium did the baseball Giants play in before they moved to Candlestick Park in San Francisco?
Ebbets.
No. Ow. Opportunity for Anthony to pass or play.
I'm going to play.
Play it?
Seal Stadium.
No, the answer is the Polo Grounds. So you each came up with an out on that. Anthony, for you, that's your second out, 425. You're our leader. Your first out, Sidney, you have 200. All right, Anthony, it's back over to you. You ready to take another cut?
Yeah, football for triple.
Your triple question in football. Name the first Heisman Trophy winner ever drafted by a Super Bowl championship team.
Desmond Howard?
Yes, good job. Very important answer. He was drafted by the Redskins, and so you're up to 500. And we're back over to Sidney in the ping pong match. Sidney, take a cut.
Triple.
Here's your baseball triple, Sidney. In 1960, he became the only World Series MVP not to play for the winning team. Name the New York Yankees second baseman.
Tony Kubek?
No. Ow. You're second out, and an opening for Anthony. Pass or play?
I'll have to pass.
What a World Series Bobby Richardson had. that year in 1960. 2 outs apiece, 500 for Anthony, 200 for Sidney. Anthony, back to you.
Football for a double, please.
Here's your double question in football. What football executive was the first non-athlete to be named Sports Illustrated's Sportsman of the Year?
Tex Schramm.
No! Yeah. Boy. You want to pass it or play it, Sidney?
Pass.
All righty, that was an opportunity for you gone by the boards. Pete Rozelle was the first, 1963. Okay, it's back to you, Sidney. You have 200. You're still in the game.
Homer.
Here's your home run question in baseball. In 1963, the MVP, chosen in both the American and National League, were the number 32. And one was a pitcher and the other was a catcher. Name them. 1963 American and National League, numbers 32.
I have no idea.
A blank.
Yeah.
Oh, Sidney. All right, Anthony, pass or play?
Could you repeat the question once again? I'm sorry.
They both wore number 32 in 1963. They were MVPs in the American and National League. One was a pitcher, the other was a catcher. Pass or play?
Pass.
After all that, you're passing?
Well, I know Sandy Koufax, but I didn't know.
That's right. He is the pitcher. Elston Howard in the American League was the catcher. All right, all right. You're in good shape. Anthony, with 400, you can go for your home run question in football. Here it is. For $100, he's the only player to win 3 college and 3 NFL championships. Name this 1949 Heisman Trophy winner from Notre Dame.
Johnny Lujack.
No. Yeah. You want to take a shot at it, Sidney?
Well, yeah, I'll play.
Take a try.
Oh, the little QB.
Did you say Leon Hart? If you did, you would have been right. But hey, congratulations, Anthony. You are designated hitter of the day.
Good job, man.
All righty. That was a tough second round. Sidney, thanks for hanging tough. You played a great game. You're a real good competitor. We have some nice prizes for you, all right?
Okay.
Look, we don't care where you go, but you can't stay here because when we come back, Anthony's next at-bat will be for all the marbles in the Grand Slam bonus. Stay with us.
This ESPN program is brought to you by Pringles. Pop Pringles corn chips. More of what you want, less of what you don't.
Want more cheesesteaks for your cheesy need? Pop some Pringles cheese sums, please. Once you pop, you just can't stop the fun. The cheesy taste is so yum.
Now more cheesy flavor, the kind of cheese you're gonna savor.
So grab yourself some cheesiness, not the busted pieces and greasiness. So put a can in your hand and check it out. The cheesy taste will knock you out.
Pringles cheese and flavor, the kind of cheese you're gonna savor.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
You're getting very greedy. You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag up 1,000,000,000 coins. Buying me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy.
I was just talking to Liz and Michael, and they say they're gonna watch. Yeah, it's gonna be big. Everyone's gonna be there. You should come too.
Later on SportsCenter, John Kruk makes a decision on his treatment for cancer, while on the field, Ron Gant is looking for a new team and some new players also heading to the Raiders. Join me, Linda Cohn, along with Bob Lee at 7 Eastern.
Anthony, congratulations. You've already got us for $400, being our designated hitter of the day. How would you like to pour some gravy on those mashed potatoes?
Love it. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
All right, that sounds good. Well, with 4 correct answers to our Grand Slam bonus questions, you can add $3,000 in a hurry. Our questions are worth $250, $500, $750, and $1,500. The 15er is in your chosen category of baseball. All the money you make for correct answers is yours to keep along the way, and you keep on going until, if you strike out with a wrong answer, okay? At that point, the game would be over, but we're not worried about that. We think you can go all the way, and we're all pulling for you, are we? All right, Anthony, here we go. Let's play the Grand Slam bonus. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Your single question worth $250 is in football. This Seattle Seahawk took his talents to Hollywood and starred in a box office bomb, Stone Cold. Name this matinee idol.
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah, the Boz, all right. Okay, that's $250 in the bonus. You're up to $650 on the day. Your double question is a curveball, and it's a running question worth $500 more. Held annually since 1897, what prestigious American foot race originates in Hopkinton, Massachusetts?
Hopefully it's the Boston Marathon.
Yes! There you go. That's the double question. Another $500. You're making it look easy. You're up to $1,150. Let's add another $750 to that, shall we? Here's your triple question in basketball. What Boston Celtic Hall of Famer has won a record 11 championship rings?
Bill Russell.
Yeah, that's his name. All right, your triple and $750 more. You're up to $1,900.
Beautiful.
You got a big swing left in you, a home run
That's why
swing.
I chose baseball, Kurt.
All righty, your $1,500 home run question's in your category. Here it is. Good luck. In 1988, this pitcher became the first to save 40 games in a season in both leagues. Who's this Montreal Expo, Minnesota Twin hurler?
Beautiful. Jeff Reardon.
Yes! Say it, Anthony. Congratulations. You have won. Yes. $3,000 in the Grand Slam bonus and a total of $3,400. You are designated hitter of the day in a big way. How do you feel?
Excellent.
Good. We'll be right back.
Late in the afternoon, a strange hunger comes over Steve. Without his trusty Kellogg's Pop-Tarts to ward off the effects, he chases into the chocolate-craving monster.
What can stop its feeding frenzy?
Kellogg's Chocolate Fudge Pop-Tarts.
Awesome pastries oozing with fudgy filling, or s'mores with gooey marshmallow lurking inside. Unable to resist, the creature sinks its teeth in within seconds.
Steve is his former self.
Thanks, little buddy.
You have to be so dramatic about everything.
Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, it's the monster snack!
You're getting very greedy. You are me, Wario. You're very handsome. You have amazing powers. Plunder and pillage pirates' treasure. Bag a bazillion coins. Buying me a castle bigger than Mario's. Repeat after me. I'm the bad guy in Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, where being bad is good and greed is good. Come and get it on Game Boy, greedy.
That's him. Really? Him? Because he looks a little, you know, kind of... Joe, we're doing a promo for Friday night's game. How about smiling for the camera? Well, that was something. That was a... It was maybe. That was pretty good. Grin. Maybe a smirk.
Well, that's going to do it for another edition of Designated Hitter. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kurt Chaplin with Anthony Sondergaard. He's buying dinner tonight with $3,400. So long, everybody. Join us again tomorrow. Great job, buddy.